So I've got an unusual video for you today. It's a video about poop. Now, if you're like me and you have an almost 2-year-old at home, your days are filled with lots of talk about poop. So this is probably pretty par for the course for you. But this video isn't about a toddler's poop. It's actually about my poop. Now, why the heck am I talking about this on my Instagram? There's a good reason. Aside from the fact that it's kind of mildly amusing that I'm even entertaining talking about this on Instagram. But I got a point here, so hear me out. All right, a couple of years ago, I wasn't having a very good poop situation. Things were a little off. And I decided maybe I'm going to go to a naturopath and maybe she can help me figure out what's going on with my poop situation. And, I told her what I was eating. I told her what had been happening. And I said, I drink about a coffee a day because there was something in there that said maybe coffee. And she's like, I don't think that would have anything to do with it. So instead we looked at, supplements. So probiotics, changing some of my supplements, and would that do the trick? And also some tweaks to my diet. So, okay, followed her protocol, did, what she suggested. She's like, so any changes? I'm like, no, it's still some not good poop situation. I don't know what's going on. But again, it came back, there was something about this coffee. And I thought, but it is only 1 cup a day. Then all of a sudden, I just kind of had this thought too. Maybe it's because I've been drinking coffee on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Let me see if I eat food first and then drink the coffee, if that changes anything. And the next morning, like magic, everything was back to normal. Textbook pooping. So why do I share this story? Okay, first reason is because it started up again and I started drinking coffee on an empty stomach and the same thing happened. So I was like, oh, right, I need to eat food first. Totally cleared it up. The second reason is because it can be so easy for us to just overcomplicate things, particularly in this culture where there is such fixation and fear around food. It's like food is the culprit to everything. Cut this out, change that. That's going to be your magic solution. And it's not, of course, to say that there aren't some things that if you make a tweak with something, you see results. But there's such a focus on, can you hear that in the background, that noise? My husband is using the blender. Not a great time to be doing a video, but I'm already here, so we're continuing on. Such a focus on these diets that sometimes the answer is just really simple, and it's not some crazy change to your diet that's going to do it. I know, for example, somebody who had a lot of IBS symptoms, and so of course was focus on diet, and as soon as they had a job change, the IBS cleared up magically. So there can just be so many other reasons, and changing our diet and focusing on that so much can sometimes actually just make things worse and create more stress and whatnot. And then lastly, the third point to this video was to keep being more open to those little nudges that come in that say hey, maybe it's this, maybe check out this. And what I find is because we're so trained to listen to somebody else, like the experts, follow the plans, follow the diets, whatever, we doubt our own sense of self and intuition. We may have a strong intuition, but if we've been following, what's the right way to eat, what's the right way to do things, we can just ignore what our intuition may say or what I call inner wisdom, that doesn't fall in line with how it should be or what's supposed to be happening. So a poop story to bring it around to all of those points. Yeah, curious what maybe do you have a story of how you maybe didn't follow your intuition, following external advice, that really, if you came back around to your intuition, it would have been the thing? Share that in the comments. And otherwise, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you're having a good poop.